Let's say you're a caregiver, but you have to go to work. So how do you manage that? You have a couple of choices. You can either bring someone into your home or you can bring your loved one somewhere else. There's a lot of options out there. But today specifically, we're going to talk about the option of bringing your loved one to another location, an adult daycare, so they can spend the day. So if you need more information on that, stay tuned. Hey, good morning and welcome to Scan FYI. Yeah, today we're talking about the idea of adult daycare, which is another option for someone who is a caregiver but has to go to work. And my guest today is Melissa Meegan. Hi, Melissa. Thanks for being with me.
Thanks for having me. Good morning.
So you, of course, are in a perfect position to explain this whole concept of adult daycare. Melissa works for Ambassador Adult Medical Daycare in Lakewood. And Melissa, why don't you introduce yourself a little bit better and give a brief idea of your role at Ambassador?
Sure. So thank you again for having me. Ambassador is a day program center located in Lakewood, New Jersey, and we offer a safe place for individuals to come during the day while a loved one has to go to work, or if an individual is looking for an option to keep themselves active, engaged, and have a medical component while they're also at the center. I do community relations and business development, so I'm out and about in the community trying to spread the word of what we do at Ambassador, and also working with different vendors and other healthcare facilities out there to just give that education. But as far as Ambassador goes, our program is ideally set up where we pick individuals up in the morning, we bring them to the center, and they come in, they'll get 2 meals, hot, nutritious meals, which are served. They're restaurant style. So they come in, they're sat down, they get their breakfast with coffee, tea, juice. Our staff comes in, they'll start their day after breakfast, we'll do an activity. Any individual that needs any medication management or any type of insulin management will also be seen by our clinical staff during that time. So if you have a family member who's diabetic, who needs their, sugar monitored before they're eating, they would come in, they'd be seen by their nurse based on the determination of what their numbers would call for, would, determine what our clinical staff would do. So it's really nice because, they're getting that medical component, but they're also having fun and enjoying themselves while they're there. So it's not so clinical,
right?
A lot of socialization as well.
So first of all, you answered one of the questions that I had as far as transportation. So this is a situation where, you're picking people up and you're bringing them back home. So yes. if somebody is looking for that's I would say that's really a big deal, because again, if you're a caregiver and you need to get on with your day, so you don't have to think about transportation. So that's great.
Yes, it is. So we pick up in Ocean and Monmouth County. We do have like a mile radius, obviously, where we can pick up due to transportation logistics. But we would pick a loved one up, or yourself, whoever would like to come, bring them in, and then we would bring them home. The program is about 5 hours. The transportation is not included in the 5-hour program. And during that time, they also get lunch, which is also catered and served restaurant style. So it's really nice. Meals are quite delicious. All of our meals are low sodium, low salt. So they do follow, a nutritious diet. And then our activities are phenomenal. We bring in so many outside vendors to come in and provide entertainment and activities. Our activities director puts on a full day of entertainment. They do bowling in-house. Now that the weather's getting nice, we're going to start our gardening. They do activities, crafts, music. We have our own bands. We have, some amazing...
You're keeping people definitely busy and engaged throughout the day.
It's amazing. It goes by so quick. Half of the time it's like, oh my God, we're leaving already? Like, where did the day go?
Well, that's a nice feeling. And I guess if you're a caregiver, you've got to feel really, good and comfortable, because that, they're getting their meals. they're not left to their own devices. Your loved one is supervised, and the fact that there's a medical component there, because I guess I know you could bring have a care, like a caregiver kind of a thing, come into your home and watch over someone. But if someone has diabetes or requires other medication during the day, I could understand where somebody would be reluctant to have someone who was, didn't have some kind of medical background watching over you. So this of course alleviates all of that anxiety because it's built in.
Yes. So we have we're overseen by our medical director, and on site we have two full-time registered nurses. One is an MSN and one's an RN, and they facilitate the day-to-day. So we do a lot with Parkinson's, dementia. We do have a lot of individuals who have seizures, so we do seizure management. So it does give you that level of, okay, I know if something major happens while they're there is clinical staff that's going to be able to see it. And we do notice things on a clinical level that non-clinical people don't see. So it's kind of nice too, constantly being monitored. Yeah. So, and our program offers a lot of other components of medical. We bring in podiatry, pain management, PT, OT, speech therapy. We work with companies that do early detection of urinary tract infections, which is a very, very big thing in the senior population that for individuals who are incontinent. So we're looking, 2 to 3 weeks early with no symptoms. So there's a lot of different things that are, a benefit and having that clinical day to day.
And Melissa, is that the clinical observation and that care, that level of care, is that just part of the whole situation when somebody comes to spend the day with you?
Yes, everything's including, nothing is a la carte. So, they come in and they get access to everything. We have a beauty parlor on site. That's all included. Our activities, our outings, everything is included within the day.
So what kinds of folks are best suited for this kind of a daycare situation, this day program? I don't, when I say daycare, I don't even like saying that. That makes me think of children, but that
word, it's such a stigma. It's like day. So we like to say day center, day program.
What is the appropriate phrase
So I always say day program because I always try to, make it, we go to the senior centers and, they have all these events and activities going on. And essentially that's what it is for our program. We're bringing you here, you're spending 5 hours and we're essentially running the same way like the senior centers are running. We have activities that are happening that are scheduled throughout the day. So obviously it is for seniors. We do have a younger population that come. We have some individuals who have some, they're developmentally disabled or intellectually disabled. So we do have some younger, but majority of our population are seniors. We do have a fair number of individuals with dementia, also a lot with Parkinson's. We see a lot of individuals who are they've had a stroke and they've suffered with aphasia and things like that. So they have like weakness where, they can't do a lot for themselves. And our therapists are phenomenal. So, our goal is really to maintain, if not excel with, what their current situation is. And, through therapy is, they'll keep that, endurance and be able to maintain both physically and mentally.
Well, something that I am really drawn to, just like when if you go to a senior center, I think it's very important for older adults, especially, now that we're sort of out of the pandemic situation, but we lost out on a lot of socialization. And we always talk about senior isolation, which is so bad, well, for everyone, but especially for older adults. So here, when you bring a caregiver into your home and it's just you and your caregiver, and there's no other socialization, especially around people, your contemporaries, right? People your age. Mm-hmm. So I feel like going to a senior center, and now I'm thinking about this differently. I'm thinking about this as a senior center with a I'll say like a medical clinical component. So that's how I think of that in a good way, in a very good way. But now you're offering your loved one total total care, really, the clinical care, but you're giving them socialization. And I feel like that, that is just such an important thing that's missing for so many people. And just having someone come into your home, they're going to miss out on all of that.
We got so many people after COVID, family members finally got down, got to see mom or dad, and they were like, the situation is just not good.
Right.
They've been not, medications have not been not taken correctly, just things are not happening. They've, kind of introverted. So, we've gotten so many calls after COVID. We really need help. Like, what can we do? How can we, go about doing this? And, we start slow, 2 days a week. By the time, 6 weeks, 7 weeks happen, they're coming 5 days a week because they've made their friends. They're enjoying, they go out, they do things, and they're back to, that sense of normalness. I mean, I don't think anything's going to ever be normal, but
different normal.
Yeah.
But part of normal is socialization. So I keep saying it because I just think it's so important. And can you go twice a week, 5 days a week? Do you have options there of what you can do?
Yep. So we are open only Monday through Friday. We don't have any weekend availability, unfortunately. We do get that question asked a lot, but so we're open Monday through Friday. We have individuals that come only twice a week.
Okay.
We have individuals that are, they're 5 days a week. We offer free trials. So if anybody would like to, try it out and see if it's something that they would like to do. It's a really great program. We work with, we try to work with everybody. We find that, seeing is believing, and, really
That's
coming
true.
and seeing it is, what's going to make, someone see what's happening and really like knowing if it's going to be for them.
And of course, to everyone listening, we'll have all of Melissa's contact information so that if you want to reach out to her, you want to get some more information, you maybe want to take a tour. And I agree with you. Sometimes you got to see it for yourself. There's no substitute for that. So Melissa, who is best suited for a program like this?
So I always say, your loved one, if you're guilty leaving your loved one home while you're going out, that person can definitely benefit for coming to us. Do you have your mom or your dad who lives with you, who you feel is sitting home while you're going out working and just watching TV or napping all day? They can benefit from coming to us. Does your neighbor live on their own and rely on you too much because they can't do much for themselves? They can benefit from us. Or if you just need to get out and, you're not capable of, getting yourself to and from places. I feel that anybody can benefit from making a new friend, getting therapies, and, we'll help you. We'll take you to your doctor's appointments. We'll take you to your social service appointments. We have social workers on staff who will help with any of your assistance. With housing, any of your, SNAP or anything like that, Board of Social Service needs. So it's not only medical and socialization. We do also have staff on that'll help you with your finances and things like that to make sure that you're getting, what it is that you could be getting and making sure that you have everything that you need.
So this is yet another option for people to help someone age in place, which of course we all want to do that, right? We all want to live in our own home. And I know that there are many people living in a multi-generational situation, the sandwich generation, you've got kids, you've got older parents, and you still have to go to work and, maintain your household. So here's an option that I just love that it's keeping your loved one, engaged and socialized, and yet any medical needs that they might have are being attended to. So that just makes it really important, and I would think gives you great peace of mind for everyone who brings a loved one there. They know that they're being they're well looked after.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line, right? That's,
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're being loved, they're being taken care of, and they're getting the stimulation, the socialization, and they're coming home happy. And talk, like, that's what we see a lot with dementia patients. Families are like, wow, they're interacting, like we haven't seen that in so long. And it's the small things that makes
the
people,
small things become
yeah.
the big things.
Yeah.
For sure. Oh, well, Melissa, thank you so much for, really educating us on the whole idea of adult medical daycare. No, day program. I'm sorry, I'm saying it wrong. I'm going to think of it as a senior center with a little bit of a clinical component, which I think is reasonable to say. And it's a great option, a great alternative for folks who have to go to work and they don't want someone to stay home and just watch TV all day. Yeah.
Sure.
And again, all of Melissa's info is in the comments down there. You can reach out to her, take a tour. I'm sure, ask her questions. She'll be happy to answer them. Okay. Thank you so much, Melissa.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure. So remember out there, if it's important to you, it's important to us. I'm Andrea Tarr. We'll see you next time on Scan FYI. Bye, everyone. And bye, Melissa.
Bye, guys. Have a great day.